council is even more important, facing the opportunities, the responsibilities, the questions that healthcare practitioners, patients, researchers alike, actually, and government will have to address. Having the council, having this voice of stakeholders, having the right questions is of paramount importance as we try to embrace generative AI capabilities to save lives in a way that is aligned to the values of Europe. So that's where the council is really paramount.
Having access or being able to analyze and having insights into human data can truly transform science and health policy. And I often say that the health sector is probably the one sector that has benefited the least from digital technologies and what digital technologies can do. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that we haven't been able to come with an appropriate governance model for access to the data. So data is currently very fragmented in different pockets of the healthcare system, often not digitized, because we haven't quite figured out what is the best way to link the data and then being able to analyze the data.
We have to distribute these notions of those tools not for generating text, but for understanding complex structures of data. So we decide to transfer these notions through the Healthcare Data Innovation Council as one of the key themes for us for this year.
AIDA is a very big collaborative project funded by European Union and by UKRI. The objective of the AIDA is to develop artificial intelligent diagnostic assistant for gastric inflammation. And inflammation is a prerequisite to the development of the gastric cancer itself. And as part of the AIDA project, we are looking at the whole stack of AI technologies, from reinforcement learning to explainable AI to the very cool graph neural networks to analyze multi-source imaging and omics datasets to understand better the pathway for the development of the gastric cancer and inflammation associated with it, and to ultimately to design a diagnostic assistant to help clinicians and the patient to prevent the development of gastric cancer in the first place.
AI for Healthy Cities, I think, paves new ground in truly understanding all drivers of cardiovascular disease, and we're showcasing how do you find and access these kinds of data, how can you run analyses to get a better understanding of cardiovascular health. We'll learn a lot and kind of how do you prioritize different data sources, where should you look first, and so I think others can learn from us, both in terms of accessing and using the data, but then also how do we translate any insights into health interventions to actually improve health. And we would obviously be happy to share and collaborate to inspire others.
We as this Karolinska University Hospital, which we are part of the European University Hospital Alliance, we really welcome this new data space. Also because it creates a lot of opportunities in creating a really more patient-centered care and a more efficient care, and a care that can give a high quality. And especially also when we integrate real-world data, for instance, we can really fetch the heterogeneity in the patient's uniqueness. So these are extremely very huge possibilities also to improve the primary use and the secondary use of the data we collect at the hospital. For us that are university hospital that also has the duty to educate the next future generation of healthcare provider and healthcare developer, give us huge possibilities to even improve not only research but also education.
We have to look at research, and then we have to define the way to process data and to integrate safeguards in order to protect human rights. And this is the real interest issue that we are facing, and we are joining together at the European Healthcare Council. It's really interesting to be in touch with researchers, physicians, engineers, legal experts, stakeholders, because this is the only way to promote knowledge interaction.
I'm very happy to participate to this discussion today, and the conversation were rich, insightful, and I hope that we can continue to bring clarity into this interesting topic and conversation, because ultimately data will save life.
So we need to find ways to create win-wins with all the key stakeholders so that we get everybody's energy towards the same goal. There are some stakeholders who think that these new trends create risks for them and try to stop them. That stops progress.